Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Gravity, a new synthesizer deck featuring some vehicles from the new racing set, Aetherdrift. Although we are playing our signature card, the synthesizer, we're not totally relying on it to smash the opponent's life total. This time around, Robot Overlords are an extra bonus, and if need be, we can get in for damages with our vehicles. We've also got a small squad of Planeswalkers that can help out our vehicles in one way or another, or apply added pressure to the opponent. The gravity is heavy. Will the opponents cave under the weight? We're playing a full set of Spyglass Siren, the small 1/1 flyer that makes a map token when it arrives on board. It's a source of damage in the air that can also be used later in the game to crew up a vehicle. The map token early can help us dig our way out of being stuck on lands, and at least give us a chance to be able to put up a fight. The Subterranean Schooner is the amazing boat from a past standard season. It's a fantastic vehicle that gives us an explore on whichever one of our men we use to crew it. The explore is a great way to get us out of drawing lands we have on top, or to bail us out if we've gotten ourselves stuck on lands. The synthesizer is usually our key card, but this time around it's an added bonus. If we're able to get Robot Overlords in play and use them to stomp out the opponent's life total, we've done a good job. But note that we don't have other synthesizer staples in the deck. It really is an added bonus to our board, and not the key card it usually is in other synthesizer decks. The Thopter Fabricator is a fantastic vehicle. It is a 4/4 flyer when crewed, and to help crew itself and our other vehicles, when we draw a second card during any turn, it will generate a 1/1 Thopter token with flying. And we are set up to be able to draw extra cards during our turn, at least to be able to take advantage of the Fabricator's ability. Aether Syphon is a 3-mana artifact, whose only function is to draw us extra cards. It does cost us 2 mana to activate the card draw, but we can do so at instant speed. Note that it will trigger any synthesizers we have in play when we play the Siphon out. Gastal Thrillroller is a new vehicle that becomes a creature the turn we play it. With Haste and Trample, it can get in there for damages immediately while triggering any synthesizers we have in play. If it gets killed off or destroyed, the Thrillroller can be cast from our grave by paying its mana cost and discarding a card. Additional triggers and another shot at taking a bite out of the opponent's life total. Why? Yes, we want that. Monument to Endurance is a fantastic new artifact that can provide us with additional card draw under the right conditions. It can also provide us with treasure tokens, or if we need to be aggressive, we can take 3 off the opponent's life total. We don't have that many ways to discard cards to trigger the monument, but we do have the newest Chandra, which is amazing with the monument. We're playing Yanling, the Wind Rider. When Mu enters, we get a 3/2 vehicle token, and she gives all our vehicles flying, which makes it easier for us to get in for hits. Damages, bro. Damages. And that's not all. When we have one of our men with flying hit the opponent, we get to draw a card. Since all our men have flying already and our vehicles get flying when Mu is on board, it'll be fairly easy to get an extra draw when we attack. Just don't tell any cow jokes. We're playing the newest Chandra. This time around, she shows up riding a Tron motorcycle and has some fantastic abilities that enable vehicle combat. Her +2 ability lets us discard a card or sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. It's an ability that works well with the Fabricator and the Monument to Endurance. And Teferi, her ultimate gives us an emblem that we can use to hit any target for 3 damage whenever an artifact enters play on our side. This gives us a huge way to dish out damages if we can generate multiple artifacts every turn. Her Zero Loyalty ability generates a 3/2 vehicle token, which is mainly useful once we've gotten the emblem. As a bonus, Chandra turns one of our vehicles into a creature for the turn at the beginning of combat. It's a free crew that we will definitely take advantage of. Saheeli is another one of our Planeswalkers. She can give us a scry, and if we tap an artifact, we get to draw a card as well. Her -2 ability gives us a pair of 1/1 Thopter tokens with flying that have haste for the turn. Her ultimate ability might not seem like much, but it will give most of our team a boost, as well as make artifacts 1 mana cheaper to cast. The Memory Guardian is a 5-mana robot, but it does have affinity for artifacts, so the more machines we have in play, the cheaper it will be to play him out. It should be fairly easy to get his cost down to just 1 blue mana in most games. Regardless of how much it costs to play out, he will trigger any synthesizers we have on board, and he is fully capable of crewing any vehicle we have. Teferi is a powerful planeswalker that can benefit from the card draw we have in the deck, plus he helps us draw as well. He can generate token men that grow with every card we draw, and if we can get to fire off his ultimate, he'll clean up the game and give us an advantage that might be impossible for the opponent to come back from. Geez, bro, we will smell you later. For lands, we're playing 2 Mirrex, the land that we can use to generate artifact token men. 4 Fabled Passage, the land we can sacrifice to fetch out any basic land from our deck. 4 Thundering Falls, the Izzet Surveil land. 4 River Pyreverge, the mountain that becomes a dual when we have a mountain or an island in play. 4 mountain and 6 island. Playing the deck is rather simple. It's all about playing out our artifacts and getting in for damages when we can. The early turns are about setting up any way we can to be able to attack the opponent or using our early men to explore and get lands off the top. Once we hit 3 lands, we aim to pressure the life total of the opponent or to continue setting up our board with a synthesizer. Use card draw to keep fueling our hand and keep adding to our board. The interactions between our cards can give us an advantage that slowly builds up until we can smash in during a big turn. If games go long, we should be able to gain the edge with card draw as well as being able to generate multiple artifacts. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Who Shot Cupid. That was me, bro. Valentine's Day has been canceled forever. You're all welcome. We're kicking things off with a 4-lander. We've got a pair of Thundering Falls to help find some business since we won't be getting in for damages until turn 3. Keep your pants on. Bro has to make sure they're wearing pants first. Just look down, bro. Our Surveil land shows us a Fabricator on top, which is good, although we don't have any card draw currently. They hit us with a duress, but our pants will remain on. The boat, they pretty much have to take the boat. Without a turn 2 play, we'll drop our other Surveil land, and that's another land on top. We'll throw this one in the bin. We've got enough lands to be able to play out the majority of our deck. We'll play out the Fabricator first. It's a beefy 4/4 flyer when we can crew it. They throw down an Annex and we'll get a card draw, but it'll cost them a pair of life. It's a solid card, but it's not pressuring our life total. Heavens to Betsy, we drew a Synthesizer. We'll play it out right away. On top, we have a land and a Siren. We love to hear her scream, so we'll keep the Siren on top. What we love about Mono Black is they don't have many ways of taking down our mechanical men. They drop a Bloodletter. It's a demon, so their draw will be turned against us while they have it in play. We could play out the Guardian and that would be fine, but let's get the Thrillroller down first and we can generate a Robot Overlord. And that will bring down the cost of the Guardian to only 1 mana. We'll be able to play out our hand and take it to the opponent. Prepare your shorts, bro, for a staining. Let's crew up and we'll send in our vehicles. Sure, they could trade, but our Thrillroller can come back from the grave and trigger our Synthesizer when it returns. They hit one of our Robot Overlords with a removal. You can smell the fear. They're trying to limit the amount of damage we can throw at them. They even throw removal at the Siren. That 1/1 was going to throw a beating. We draw a Chandra, and we'll play her out. It's a free crew of one of our vehicles as well as card draw, we'll go with the +2 and sacrifice the map token.
Quick pit stop.
We draw a Saheeli and we get a Thopter token as well. Once we crew up, we'll have lethality on board. They'll be forced to block. They started doing some math and are realizing that some removals and demon stuff might not be enough.
Kick it into high gear.
It's GG's and bro is going to have to wash out his underpants. Smell you later, bro. Good luck with your laundry. This is Snee aka Andy Destroy. His pants are made of metal, hopefully stainless steel. Am I right, bro? We get a 4-lander with a synthesizer, a Thrillroller, and the Siren will be our early play. Keep your pants on. The opponent might be trying to out-synthesize us with an early battle axe. Should keep your mom out of this, bro. We draw a Surveil land, but our play will be the Siren. We can play out the Surveil land next time, and maybe do something to avoid drawing more lands. It is starting to smell more and more like Synthesizer, although I don't know what the deal is with the case. We drew yet another land, so this time we'll surveil it up in here. Let's see what we've got coming. The Guardian is fine. That's a Synthesizer trigger for cheap. They play out a Scry land, so there will be no Synthesizer for them this turn. They sack their clue, and now they don't have a clue. We'll go with our Synthesizer and check out our top 2. We'll ditch the land for sure, but Moo can stay. She'll give us additional card draw when we start swinging in. It's just what Synthesizer need, is card draw. They throw down a static net, and we're pretty sure they're taking our Synthesizer with it. Luckily for us, we're not a full-on factory deck, and we're still going full throttle, even without a Synthesizer on board. They send in their bot. It's only one, and we're not about to go for a trade. The Siren is card draw with Moo in play. We'll play out the Thrillroller. It's a thrill every time. And it'll roll right over enemy men. We'll use the map token on the Siren. The Thrillroller has crew 2, so we need the Siren to pick up a counter. And we get it with a Guardian on top. It's been over 2 years since it came out, but this is the first time I've seen a Slagstone refinery get played. Bro, reach down to the bottom of the bag for this one. They copy us and play out their own Siren. Very nice. Gotta love that chicken scream when it enters play. Don't choke it, bro. They send in their bot once more with the men they have and the men we have. We're fine trading blows all day. Let's crew up the Thrillroller for action. No, wait. Let's crew with Moo instead. This gives us 2 attackers, and we'll be sure to get in a hit. We get an extra draw, and that's Chandra. She'll be able to give us a free crew every turn, and more draws as well. It's a miracle. They turn their Power Stone into a 4/4 flyer. But that might be as big as it gets. For some reason they send it in, they just tapped their best blocker. Well, the only thing that can block anyways. Oopsie poopsie, bro. We'll play out our Guardian team. They can get the crewing this turn, and we can get in for a pile of damages. They've got an entire one blocker to block 2 of the damage we're sending in. Good thing they took our synthesizer early on, or this would have been even worse for them. Damages, bro. Damages. Even by equipping their mom to their big guy, it won't be enough damage. They tap everything just for the hits. Didn't even leave the 1/1 back to block.
Revs my engines faster. No time to think. Just drive. On the prize.
GG's, bro. It's vehicular manslaughter and lots of smash hits. This is any bull use. No, wait. It's Nebulousbane E. Why does your hand smell like underpants? We get a 4-lander with a Siren, a Fabricator, and a Monument. It's kind of a bad hand, but we do have a map token and a Surveil land to try to get cards to improve our hand. Keep. Our Surveil land shows us a synthesizer on top. We're keeping it. In order to drop our synthesizer on schedule, we'll want to go with a passage here. We can still play out the Siren. The map token will be a boost to our Robot Overlords. You know the opponent is thinking about a removal, so we'll turn the lights off. Might as well throw out removals when you can, right, bro? All right, let's plant this factory and get the production lines revved up. On top we have a pair of lands, but we already have all the lands we need to play out every card in our deck. Keep in mind we top out at 5. They drop in Freddy Krueger like he's the golden ticket to a W. But they are on mono black and their options to snipe artifacts are very limited. We'll go with the Fabricator here. The Monument would have been fine as well, but the Fabricator can make additional artifact men if we're able to get some card draw in the near future. Is this really another demon deck? Is that all mono black has been reduced to? They send in Freddy and his ugly sweater, but we've got a Robot Overlord waiting for him. We draw a second Monument and we'll play one out. This will get us a Robot Overlord and we can use it to crew the Fabricator and we can get in there for 4. I mean, might as well since their guy is going to be busy adjusting his pants for the next couple turns. Try turning them inside out if they're stained, bro. They go for a bandit's talent. I suppose old habits die hard, but we have a Monument to Endurance in play. We're not losing to their talent. We'll toss the second Monument, but we'll choose to draw a card. It's like a free replacement. That's a nice blocker, at least. Very nice, bro. We'll play out the Guardian and crew up the Fabricator with it. Then we can get in for hits. They play out a 2/2 demon. It's a thing, I guess. Kinda weak. There are better demons out there. They play another fleshy. They've got a couple of decent blockers, but they're only road bumps to our Robot Overlords. Let's make a token at the end of their turn. It's another artifact, so it'll pump up our men. We drew a Siphon at the right time. We'll play it out, get another Robot Overlord, and we have the mana to use it to draw. Drawing a second card on our turn will get us a Thopter token, and that's yet another artifact. The Robot Overlords are pumped. Are you pumped? I'm pumped too. We'll use the tokens to crew up the Fabricator, and then we'll send the team. No regret, no remorse, no mercy. They have to block with their men or it's over. Bro is getting the business end of the robots. Take it like a champ, bro. Our Surveil land shows us another Guardian on top. We'll keep it. We'll set a stop for our upkeep to draw with the Siphon before we take damage from their talent. They drop a Dark Knight. Sure, the lifelink is good, but we have numbers. The advantage is all ours. There's the talent trigger, so we'll draw. But they let it all out in their shorts. Nice blowout, GG's, bro. This is gassy. I smell it already, bro. Get some fresh pants. No, wait, it's Pasi. Pasi the Gassy, am I right? We get a 3-lander with a Synthesizer and double Monument. Teferi is extra gravy if we can get him down. Keep. Our Surveil land shows us a Siren on top, and that's fine. It's a body plus a map token in case we need it. They drop down a Scout, and it comes in with a free Explorer. On top, they have a bolt that can hit something for 4 damage. They've given away their gruely plans. Gaspasser is really thinking about whether they want that bolt or not. Take your time, bro. We've got all day. If they fry our screaming chicken with the bolt, that's completely fine. They drop a fear of missing out. We're not missing out, bro. You are. We draw the Love Boat, but this is a Synthesizer turn. On top, we have a Thrillroller and Saheeli. We'll keep the Thrillroller, but we don't have the mana for Saheeli, so we'll send her on down. They burn the bolt on the Siren, which they probably could have used on our first Robot Overlord, but they want their damages now. They play a Beastie, then swing in. They are down to only 3 cards, and hopefully they are out of removals. We'll play out the Thrillroller, we'll be able to send it in, and we'll get a Robot Overlord to defend with. It's all fun and games until the Robot Overlords show up. They mill a card, but no Delirium yet. That Beastie will have to sit there and watch. They play out another Fear. Fear is all they have. Oh, nice. There it is. Now they can do their thing, if they have the guts. We'll play out a Monument. It'll get us another Robot Overlord. What the heck, bro? GG's, smell you later. This is FU Chillstain. I'm not sure what that is, but as long as it's in their pants and not ours. We get a 2-lander with a Synthesizer and double roller with a Siphon and a Monument. We'll have pressure with hasty vehicles and robot overlords. Keep your pants on. Our surveil land shows us a surveil land. That worked out perfectly. They play out a scry land, which works for us as well, since it means they'll get off to a slow start and we'll have time to carry out our plans for world domination. Our surveil land shows us another land on top. The lands are flowing nicely, and we do want to hit 4 and 5 mana at some point. They play a surveil land and use it to dump a land in their grave. We'll play out our synthesizer, and we can start looking forward to dropping bombs on our next 2 turns. The Thrillrollers will be opponent rollers. On top, we have a land and a moo. It's a surveil land, so we'll send it on down, but we'll keep moo. They hit our synthesizer with a break down the door. That's a shame, but our game is not lost. We've still got ways to get in for damages. We'll play out moo this time around, since her card draw could help us find more ammo. A Thrillroller would have been fine here too. They play out a Kiora. Apparently the tide is rising. They did tap out, so they'll be vulnerable to our vehicles when they go racing in for damages. We draw a Chandra, which will be great when we run out of Thrillrollers and need a way to get them crewed up. This turn, we'll play out our first roller and send in our vehicles. That's 7 in the air. Damages, bro. Damages. They go for a Shrieker. It's screaming well before it even lands. They don't bother swinging in. Not worried about damages then. Or what's going on? We draw another Thrillroller, and we'll have to keep the thrills rolling. Nothing wrong with that. Let's play it out and get in there. They're not playing bounce and don't have any more artifact destruction. That's too bad. For them. We knock them down to 5, and all we need is one more turn to close this one out. They finally send it, and the Shrieker will get to do its thing. A removal could save them, but that's not what Simic does. Manifesting Dread might have its time, but that time is not now. It's too random and too bad. A flying blocker? You have something like that, bro? Or bounce? Suspenders to keep your pants up? An eyeball. That's a little late and won't be enough to save them. Another eyeball, bro. Did you pull it out of your pants? Oh no, it's just some giant thing without flying or reach. We draw a Guardian, and that will be enough to seal the deal. Let's play out the third roller, then follow up with the Guardian. It's time to roll. Thrillroller's been rolling opponents since 2025. What a thrill. GG's, bro. Thanks for coming on the big show. And that, my friends, is another satisfied, wait, the eyeball doesn't have pants, customer.